And we're back a day later. We did lose the node war, unfortunately. Didn't go too well. Actually, went really well at first. So we took out Throne. It was like a 5-way fight. Well, a 4-way fight with a 5th guild that had dropped on the node. Throne was the first to be taken out. Well, Crime Sorcière was the 5th guild that dropped on the node but didn't do anything. And they were first to be taken out. But then we murdered Scream Sorcière. In fact, everyone murdered them after they found them. Oh jeez. I have not upgraded my armor at all in this character, have I? So Cream Sorcière fell first. But after Cream Sorcière fell, all the other guilds, so us, Cloud Pen, and I believe Troublemakers, we all went for Throne. Which turned out to be a problem because then Troublemakers came and they split their forces. They murdered us with like 10, 15 people. They defended their base with another 15 people. And they murdered Cloudpen at the same time. So even though Cloudpen ourselves were allied, we still lost. So yeah. But it was a lot of fun. We learned a valuable lesson, and that lesson is gear is super important. And then we got destroyed. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of nodes, a lot of groups that dropped on that node, a lot of guilds. And I would definitely do it again, although I do wish we'd won the node. But yeah. So Node Wars, I mean, that's kind of the purpose of this video, right? This series. Noob to Node War. And Node Wars are... They're not really a place. 400 gear score is honestly really on the low side for Node Wars. About 5 or 6 months ago, it was the lowest people would accept. Nowadays, people are accepting more around 430 to 450. But 400 is still accepted in a lot of places, and there's a lot of guilds that will accept 400 if you are a witch or wizard, or if you show that you want to improve. So being able to improve is really something any guild wants, because there's no way a person's going to be useful even at 450 if they're not willing to keep improving. 450 is still not all that powerful. So you've really got to show that you're willing to improve and work on your gear, even at 450. But 400, it's a good baseline. I will be continuing the series to 450 afterwards. And 450 isn't terribly hard to get either. It is a lot more expensive than 400, I'll be honest. You're going to be spending... 400 is in the first half of the hundreds of millions. 450 is in the second half. And 500, you've entered the billions, like a while back once you get to 500. 500's expensive. Worth it though, because 500. And it's not terribly hard to get 500, it's just 500 is really when you start to become powerful. 500 you can dominate a lot of lower level players. 450 you can dominate a lot of like lower tier players. Like in not Valencia, in Medea you will dominate people at 450. Like there are people that won't even be able to touch you, and you'll kind of just sneeze on them and they'll die. 500, that's when you can go to Medea and pretty much be a god in most places that aren't Sausons, because Sausons will mess you up. Well, not Sausons themselves, you will mess up. People at Sausons will mess you up. It's just how it works. Even if Sausons isn't the greatest grinding spot anymore due to Marnie's stones, it's still fairly decent. And it's still one of the best grinding spots in the game in terms of the amount of mobs that are there, gold, or silver rather, and just money in general. So most of Medea will be open to you. Sausons might be a little closed though. I am sorry. Until you hit about 500. 500, even 450 is probably good enough for Sausons if you can just find a server that's kind of not super contested. Because around 450 you can clear Sausons pretty easily. 500 though, you'll clear Sausons and you can clear most people that go there, unless there's like some geared people, like super geared, like soft cap. But 500 is... I might continue the series to 500, but if I continue the series to 500, it'll be a lot more sporadic in its release rate, because even I'm only around 450, 460. Mostly because I'm lazy and I keep spending my money on things I shouldn't. Like I have 4 different Zarkas. I have Musa May with Zarka, although I'm not using it right now. As you can see, I'm just using a +12 Roser. I have Dark Knight Zarka, which is, I've got that at try. I've got Wizard Witch Zarka, and I've got Striker Mystic Zarka. As those are the 4 classes I play. I play a Wizard, I play a Musa, I play a Dark Knight, and I play a Striker. Oh, sorry. So, if I would stop spending stuff on stupid stuff like that at the Night Vendor, like I've also got a Meiwa Dandy. Until recently I had an extra Begs, but then I realized, why do I need extra Begs? I only just upgraded my first one to try. I had Giaths, but I bought a Tri Giaths, so I got rid of my unupgraded Giaths. I have an unupgraded Muskins that I should probably sell and just buy a Tri Muskins while they're on the market. Although I'm kind of holding out hope that I can save up enough money to buy a Tet Muskins and just stay with that, as I would like a Muskins. And, like, that's just a bunch of stupid purchases that I don't need. Like, if I hadn't bought the Wizard Strike or Striker Zarka, if I hadn't bought the Meiwa Dandy, if I hadn't bought the, okay, I'm not going to defend the boss gear, the boss armor I needed. I'm also going to defend the Musa Zarka because Musa was my first main. It's my first love. I'm finally going to actually take it seriously now. And it's just, Musa's awesome in general, you know? I love classes that can use a single sword and do it effectively, and that doesn't have to be a two-handed sword, because it's awesome to be able to do that. And Musa's like the only one in the game that does that. Warrior does it too, but they use a shield. I don't want to use a shield. I'm a badass Jedi, you know? That's my inspiration. Luke Skywalker and all that. Oi, die. There you go. Blooming looks so weird without the second and third things on it. Alright, so I could use Chase, but really I need Blooming Phantom. There it is. Nope. It's hard to use, honestly, Blooming. Yeah, there's Blooming again. Where's Phantom? Oh, I've got skill cooldowns off, don't I? That's why. That's Gale. That's Blooming again. Whatever, I'll get it eventually. Did I even purchase the skill? No, I didn't, that's why. Cannot learn skills during the... It's on the cooldown period, let me learn it. I'll learn it eventually. There we go. Alright, now I've got Blooming Phantom. Okay, thank God. This is one of the Musa's main pre-awakening skills. Let me use it on someone. There it is. That's Blooming Phantom. Very nice skill, very fun to have. So, Musa's a lot of fun. The reason I like Musa is because Musa is, like I said, it's a single-bladed blader. Like, its name in Korea is actually the blader. It's a guy. I like playing male characters, I'm being honest. It's nothing sexist, when I play characters, I like them to kind of be like myself. So, being a chick is not like myself. There we go, Blooming, woo! Feels like a British swear. Get the bloomin'! Alright, we're almost ready to leave Chimeras as well, thanks to the huge amount of experience buffs that I've got going on right now, Jesus. There's a bell, we've got the weekend bonus, and I've got my 200% on. I mean, like, seriously, I've got huge amount of bonuses going on right now. But yeah, so it's got the single blader, it's like me, and it's also super agile. Like, Musa, with all the dashes you get, Musa is so freaking agile. Got really good AoEs, which I like. It's 1v1 isn't the greatest until you're super geared, because once you're super geared, you kind of just spam AoEs and dashes, and then everyone around you dies. I'll say at 47, I think I'll go to man shows. But we might as well just go now. Like, there's no real reason to hit 47. So you've got tons of AoE, you've got good grinding ability, you're super agile, which is important to me. I like playing agile classes. And it's a class that feels good to play. Like the animations, despite not being as new, are really crisp, they're really clean. So the class just feels like a great class to play. Alright, let's get on my donkey. And we'll head off to Keplin. So, I have emptied out my Keplin storage with the exception of coal and items that don't sell. Oh, and I guess powder of crevice. So, apart from this 33.5 million, nothing else in Keplin is worth any money. And this is where this guy's going to be storing all his stuff. But yeah, so Musa, it's a really cool class. Like, I'd like to put it a bit more eloquently than that, but it's 4:25 in the morning, and I'm really tired. But it's a really cool class. It's one I've always wanted to play, but because it's so gear dependent, when I was a lower level, Musa was my first 56. And then I fought a Valk in my guild that was also low level, also 56, had even worse gear than I did, and they crushed me in multiple fights in a row. Like, the only fights I managed to win were ones where I outplayed them so hard. I knew my combos too, like I'd done a lot of research on Musa combos and everything. So it wasn't just that like I was bad at the game. I was probably bad at the game too, but I just got wrecked. And so I resolved myself to at least try another class. So I got Dark Knight to 56 because people suggested that based on the fact that I liked Musa because very agile, uses a sword. The reason I actually switched off Striker, because Striker was my first class, I got them to 55, was because I didn't like riding on a horse and not having a weapon. I felt it didn't look as cool as having a weapon did. And then I played Musa and I was like, oh my god, I've got 2 weapons, it's great. And so Dark Knight, it had all that stuff, had really cool dark magic, was super agile and nimble. So I played Dark Knight and I fell in love and I got to 56, had even worse gear than my Musa had, and I destroyed that Valkyrie and I was like, oh my god, this is the class. But I've always wanted to go back to Musa, I just didn't have the gear to do so. And now that I've got okay gear, like I'm still nowhere near the gear required for Musa to do well, but because Dark Knight's doing so poorly these days as well, I don't really feel that my lack of good gear is a problem. And I just kind of want to play Musa because Musa's cool. Alright, so things I need to put away here. All the black fragments. Wait, go to maximum. Actually, I should just trade these in. What am I doing? Combat experience, don't need to carry with that. Clovers, I'll probably just activate those. Isn't that event done? I want to say that event's done. And the rest of it I can just sell on the marketplace. So, where do these things go? Because they are exchanged in Keplin. Oh, over here, okay. So Keplin is, it's not a bad city, but it's not really a city I'd normally use as my main city on other characters, just because it's a little out of the way. It's too far away from Medea once I get to Medea. It's not that close to the good parts of Calpheon. Like, it's not that far away either, but it's just not close enough to be great for the other places in Calpheon. Trace of Death, I'll just sell these now because no real point in keeping them. I'm going to get rid of all these beginner potions because I don't feel like a low level alcheming them. Sell these because they can't be vendored. I should probably just use that, honestly. And the rest of the stuff, actually, I should probably use some of these. So this goes in a weapon slot. Yeah, let's. Did I just look through that goblin's head? I totally think I did. Are they all power? Yeah, okay, I'll just... and what else do I have? What are these? Are these, glove? Critical hit rates for glove? Alright, might as well put those in my gloves then. And the rest of them I can just sell. Yay. Oops, don't want to enhance, I want to transfuse. So that's one of the other advantages that the Heavy set has. And it's one of the reasons you don't use the Lemuria set. It's that the Heavy set has... where's the trade dude? Where was the trade dude in Keplin? Where would I be? Oh, over here, okay. They only have one... Liberto has 2, but Lemuria only has 1 crystal slot. And crystal slots are something pretty important. The rest of the items They all have 2 slots as well. Rosar has 2 slots. All of Heavy and Gruntle have 2 slots. Lemuria, which is the blue set, which kind of goes to Laverto, only has 1. And Laverto, the reason I don't like Laverto is Zarka's so easy to get that using Laverto is just kind of, I feel kind of a waste. Just because it's a waste. Like, there's no real way about it. It's not something you need to do. And let me just finish putting these in here, because I hate clicking and talking at the same time, because I'm really bad at it for some reason. I'm just not very good at multitasking in general, I'll be honest. Alright, off to Manshaw's. Manshaw's and Catfishman. I believe it's right here that the bridge is. Yeah, that's the bridge. So as you can see, we're pretty far away. Don't go through there, you stupid donkey. Donkeys are only really good at moving forward. They suck at slowing down and going backwards. And turning. And everything else. Honestly, like, it's been a few days. If I'm using AFK money, I really should have bought a horse by now, but I've been really lazy with my AFK money. And getting to 50, I feel like I should pretend it was a one-day endeavor. Because realistically, it should have been if I'd had a single day recently to kind of sit down and just play, but I haven't had a day like that, so I've just kind of been playing as I can. Luckily, this is like episode 3 that I'm on, well, at least in terms of the Let's Play Musa series, which is really just the Noob to Node War, nothing held back series to kind of show that I'm not cheating, not doing anything where I'm giving myself money. I'm just kind of playing the game, you know, just working on my stuff. Yeah, so the Lemuria set, it's pretty bad. And Laverto, the reason I don't like it is because Zarka is so easy to get that, and Zarka's so good as well. Like, Zarka's a clear upgrade over Laverto. That getting Laverto, because Laverto's hard to upgrade, similar to Zarka, just feels like a waste when you can just get a Zarka and upgrade that. And also, Laverto's not that much better than Green Weapon, but it's a lot more expensive, so just get a green weapon to try if you're really kind of holding back on getting your Zarka for a while, because Zarkas can be difficult to get if it's like a new class. Like, if you want to play, sorry, I've got the hiccups for some reason. If you want to play a lawn when it just releases, it's gonna be hard to get a Zarka unless you get a box. God, this is stupid. Let me drink some water 1 second. Okay, hopefully it's a bit better now. Yeah, if you want to play lawn and just releases, if you don't have a Zarka box, you are going to be SOL. Shit out of luck. But for most classes, especially established classes or classes that have been popular before, like if you want to play a Dark Knight right now, Zarkas go up all the time, and sometimes they just sit there on the market. Like I could have bought like some extra try Zarkas multiple times now that have just sat there for 2 or 3 hours. Dandelions, unfortunately, do not do the same thing, or I'd have my Dandelion by now, but Zarkas, they're pretty popular. So, I just wouldn't get a Laverto just in general. I'm not going to be getting a Laverto on this guy. He's going to be going straight Duo or Try Rosar. Maybe go for Zarka if I had the money. Maybe I'll just get 100 million and pretend I sniped it. I wouldn't pretend, I'd just say I sniped it. Where is my Zarka? I want to say it's over in Heidel. Is it over in Heidel? No, I've got a Zarka staff. I've got a plus 15 Ultimate Rosar Blade that my Musa used to use because his Zarka is like plus 7. But I don't think I've got an actual Zarka over in Heidel. I've got my Zarka somewhere. I don't know where it is. Maybe my Mewa has it. Oh, actually no, maybe it's in Velia. Yeah, here it is. Plus 7 Zarka Blade. Need to upgrade that to higher. I've also got my Musa's Duo Green Awakening weapon and his plus 15 Warrior Bow. Like, I'd love to throw all that into my Musa, but in the interest of what the video's actual purpose is, I am not doing so, unfortunately. But yeah, like, just Laverto is just not a good weapon. And same with Lemuria armor set, just not a good armor set. Like, I really feel that Black Desert has a problem with how they scale the kind of welfare and free armor sets. Like, green scales fairly well. I don't mind how green scales. Tet green is pretty damn good. But getting to Tet green can be a little difficult. You can usually buy Tet greens, they're pretty cheap. But the other stuff they have, so stuff like the Laverto and Lemuria, which should be an upgrade over green, just not as good as Zarka, doesn't really ring the same. Like, it should be a lot cheaper than it is. It should be a bit more expensive than green. Not by a lot, but maybe like 1.5 times the price at pretty much every enhancement level. And it should be quite a bit better than green. It should probably be about a full enhancement level better than green. And then Zarka should probably be a full enhancement level better than Laverto, or half an enhancement level better, I would say. Yeah, half an enhancement level better. So you'd have Laverto being a very good option for upgrading from green, but still not as good as Zarka, still not have as many extra options. Same with the Lemuria set. So if you had money, you could get them. And they should upgrade like green items do. They shouldn't be as such a pain in the ass to upgrade. Like, that's the real problem. If Laverto, Lemuria, all that wasn't such a pain in the ass to upgrade or repair and stuff, then they'd probably be a lot more common. But as it is, no one wants to take all the time to do them because they're so expensive, and you could just spend that money on boss gear. Because boss gear is not impossible to get, it's just annoying to get. So, I don't know, I feel like blue gear should be enhanced. And also welfare gear. So, in the recent devs note, actually, just today, they were talking about, I say just today, but by the time I actually upload this, because I'm probably not going to upload like these things until like next week. But today, the 22nd, it's second and 23rd, but you know, the 22nd, there was a devs note from Pearl Abyss discussing that Pry and Duo accessories are going to be added to the drop table. We don't know the rates, we don't know anything, but Ogres could drop like a Duo Ogre ring now. Duo Seraps could probably be dropped, which should drive the price of boss accessories down. As well as other accessories such as Witches earrings and stuff. Like, currently upgrading from the Oslo set to Duo Witches, Duo Marks of Shadows is a pain in the ass because getting them is fairly expensive. Like, Duo Mark of Shadows is still like 120 million. Like, it's not, or 80 million or something like that. It's not cheap. Duo Witches is like 120. It's cheap, but it's not like super, especially for a new player, it's not cheap. So really they need to make that easier. And the Oslo set, the reason it's so amazing is because it lets you save those hundreds of millions of silver and just focus on your armor and weapons at first, which is what a new player wants to do. But I really feel the welfare options should be equivalent to like a Duo or a Tri Mark of Shadows. And then Duo and Tri Marks of Shadows and Witches should be a lot easier to upgrade. So having a Tet or a Pen Witches isn't super rare. And then having those be just a bit worse than Tri boss accessories. So you'd have like a Tet Witches, which would be equivalent to about a Tri Tungrads. Same with the Crescent Rings and Marks of Shadows. So here's the Manshaws. The slimy, scaly bastards. Oh, and the Red Bear, who's so generously welcoming me. How much do I need to upgrade this again? Fire points 23 or higher. So honestly, I'm just going to uninvest in Blooming. I don't need Blooming. I don't really use it super often. Oh, that's Dragon's Bite, isn't it? Okay, so when can I... Oh, I've already got Max Dragon Storm. Alright, when can I get Flow? Require level 55 or higher? Oh, come on. That's right before I get Awakening. Then I'm not even going to need it. Alright, just get the Sword Training. And upgrade Dragon's Bite, because it's Dragon's Bite. I need more skill points for the next stuff. Hey, you can see Manshaw Warriors are a lot stronger than Chimeras are. This is why Chimeras are so good, because they're really easy to kill. They're weak as hell. And it's just amazing. Like, you kill them, they die. Well, I mean, gee, duh. you hit them, they die. That's what it's like. Man, there's not really any huge groups, are there? Like, Manshaws are good to farm because they're in huge groups. Oh, I stopped blocking. And they also give pretty decent experience. Catfishmen are, I believe, a tiny bit better, but Manshaws have the nicer scenery for me. So I'll farm Manshaws until I get 2 of the rings and possibly a helmet, because I haven't upgraded my helmet yet. And then once I've got all that stuff, I'll move on. Around level 50, I want to say, is when I want to move on. But it might take me a bit longer to farm all this stuff. So I am considering cheating a bit for the Oslo set. I really don't want to farm Helms, but I suppose I might as well farm Helms for a full Oslo set. Because I'd really like to just give myself the Oslo, not Oslo set, but I've got 2 of the Oslo set items. And I really just like to give them to myself, but I don't really want to cheat too much on this character. Oi! Stop attacking me, bear. You don't deserve to attack me. There, you're dead. That's what he gets for the crime of attacking me. The ogre can live, mostly because I don't have the damage to kill the ogre right now. Or at least not without going through pain and suffering. This is a kind of small group. You can also see that the range of whatchamacallit, Rising Storm has really increased since I got it back in the low 20s. It's much wider now. It can actually hit a lot of units, which really makes it... It's really the Musa's best farming tool. Meiwa has something similar in Chaos Red Moon, but I think the Musa's is better for just pure farming. Chaos Red Moon looks cooler, though. I've always been super jealous that the Musa gets Chaos Red Moon. Oops, did I just go through them? Whatever, I killed the trap as well. Slice 9. Do I have any rings or anything yet? No, I don't. Come on, guys. Pick up some rings. Oh, there we go. There's a ring. Okay, so this is one of the sets you can farm over at the Tree Ants. So I don't really need a second one because I've already got that one. And I don't really care too much about the Lure armor set because that's pretty bad. So I'm just going to kill my way east and go to Catfishman. Especially because, holy shit, the leveling rate right now is insanity. So the reason the Lure set is bad, and it's one of the ones I was talking about in terms of welfare items need to be better, is because it's 5 AP, which is okay when you consider that the blue coral ring has 5 AP and it only costs 500,000 silver, which is absolutely nothing. It's just like, what? Like, come on. Alright, so we really want to start making my way east to the Catfishman. And if you want, you can actually do these little quests here. So you can see this guy over here has the quest for Manshaws, and I'm not going to take that one, but I will take the one for the Catfishman. Oh, so the 4-leaf clover event's still on, huh? Or it's a bad event. I don't care about it. Manshaw Goblin Mask. See, you'd think that was a piece of armor, but it's not. It's a trading item. And we don't care about trading items. As I kill my way out east. I'm going home, boys. I'm going back east. I am from the east of Canada. And I guess the east of Nova Scotia, too. So, I mean, yeah. I'm like, as far east as you can go without going to Newfoundland. Which, I mean, I suppose Halifax is pretty much as far east as you can go as well, so a lot of people could make that claim in Nova Scotia, but I'm not technically from Halifax. I'm from just outside. I'm from the boonies. I'm from, I'm a redneck hick. Not really, though. I got a pretty good education. Plus, I mean, you know, I moved to I moved to Ontario when I was 15, so. And not rural Ontario either. Like, good places in Ontario. Boring places, but I mean. So, the reason we're over here and not at, like, Helms already is because in order to get to level 59, you need to do a Black Spirit quest, which involves killing the Catfishman Ube. Oh, I don't give a crap about that quest. So, as you can see, it's just over here. Let's kill as many of these fat catchmen, these catfish men, as we can. There was a time in Black Desert when catfishmen were actually the best thing you could kill. As you can see, just like Manshaws, they're pretty easy. They group up nicely. They've got these big fatties that are pretty easy to kill and provide pretty good experience. And there's one of the earrings right there. Don't know why he did that super happy dance when it's only worth like a tiny amount of silver. But whatever, you know? So as soon as I get out of combat, I can replace it. And that'll give me a nice little 3 AP upgrade. So this is the reason you don't need to buy the bear set, because once you come over here, you can just kind of farm the tree ant set. You'll only get the earrings and the rings over here. Everything else for the tree ant set is... Is that the crocodile? Yeah, it's the crocodile just over there. Everything else for the tree ant set, the necklace and the belt, drop over to the east in the root 'em outstation and the tree ants. But we don't care about them all that much, because really they're not that good, and we're going to replace them with the Osco set as soon as we can farm it. So... Yeah, I've got to get to level 50 to kill Catfishman Ube. I'm aware. I also need to upgrade my armor before I start getting murdered. Just over east. Yeah. I hate swimming in this game. It sucks so much. Like, seriously, for all the things this game does right, and for all the things they do wrong, swimming is one of the things they do the worst. And that's like weight limit with inventory at the same time, like all these terrible things, having a subscription thing, even with the cash shop. And then, like, you get to swimming and you're like, oh my god, all of that's, like, forgivable. Swimming... The way they do swimming is just awful. Oops. Did I not have enough stamina? Just die already, Ube. There we go. Ube's dead. That gives me the chance to get this. Alright, and now I can level up to 50. Alright, so as you can see, this crocodile and the one right behind it, these are for hunting. The only real way to kill them is by hunting. If you jump on them, they can eat you and just take you along for a ride. So we're going to ignore them. And as you can see, no one's been doing any hunting on this server, so there's like 3 crocodiles. If I gave a damn about hunting, I would... Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. I would kill them right now, but I don't. And especially not on a character that doesn't matter. What I would like is for them to drop a second tree ant earring, just for that extra 3 AP. But it's not absolutely mandatory. I'll probably level here for a while longer, just until my buffs run away. Because on a donkey, getting back to freaking Heidel, and going out to Medea where the good stuff is, will take forever. Like, I really mean it. It'll take forever. So I'm not going to be doing that while I've still got these buffs active. I'll do that a bit later. What I really want, honestly, is chase. Ultimate chase. There we go. Yeah, you need ultimate chase to do it. Because ultimate chase can be interrupted and can interrupt skills. That's ultimate chase's big thing. Oop, did not mean to use that. Come on, come into range. There we go. I mean, I could lock it, but it's actually a fairly decent one. So I don't really feel the need to lock it. Oh, someone else is farming over here too. So for the catfishman, the quest is actually just over here, I want to say. Yeah, you can see it right there on my minimap. You can also see you don't really need much AP to actually kill stuff around here. Like, I've got 80 AP right now, which is absolutely nothing. I can get much higher pretty easily, for very cheaply too. I'm planning to get a white horn bow on this character, which is the other reason I don't use that black horn warrior bow I've got. I'm just going to get a white horn bow. And use that. It's a good thing I can still get a lot of easy combat skill points, because I am in oh geez, that hurts. I might die here. I died. That's so embarrassing. I have not upgraded. It's because I think that's a violent catfishman. Resurrect the closest node. Oh no, XP will decrease. I'm so sad. No, it's right here. I'm level 50. XP doesn't matter yet. Alright, and it's the quest dude's right here. So I might as well keep doing these quests. This is why I need to hurry up and level... Did it just teleport in my way? Hurry up and level Divider so I can actually heal myself. Yes, the rotten fish do actually hurt you. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, anyway, it's an energetic catfishman. Yeah, it's a dead energetic catfish, man. This is gonna be a dead rotten fish tower. Seriously, rotten fish do damage to you. It's weird. They actively search you out for vengeance for their fellow fish brethren. Luckily, we still murder. And experience is still pretty good, even at 50 at Catfishman. Once I hit 51, I really should leave, but like I said, with all these experience buffs ticking, don't really just want to leave right away. And the first quest, honestly, for the Catfishman one is really awful. Just because... For some reason, catfishmen are actually pretty rare. I don't know why, they just are. But what it means is killing 30 of them is actually a lot more difficult than you'd think. Is that other player around here or something? I think I have some potions in my inventory. I should put those in my quick slot while I'm thinking about it. And I should use that melee AP enhancer. Alright, here's some catfishman. But yeah, so realistically, this is when grinding starts to become a bit harder. Like, even this is pretty easy. It's only once you hit about 56, maybe 57, that grinding starts to become a bit of a chore. But getting characters to 56, 57 isn't too tough. Now, I mean, what? Did he just break my ultimate? And I dodged out of that. Whatever. Not a big deal. It's in PvP that stuff like this will piss you off as a Musa, though, trust me. But, what was I saying? I was saying something. For sure. I'm always saying something. Right, I was going to play my Maywood at 56 because I haven't gotten to 56 yet, and she's had a dandy sitting in her freaking inventory for 4 months now. But I might just level this Musa, like... Keep Road to 400 as a purely Musa endeavor. Once I hit 56, I will switch over to my other Musa, though. Road to 400 will be... gone. But yeah. And so what was I saying earlier? Well, let's go back to that. Right, so welfare items, they really should make them stronger. In fact, they should probably just increase the amount of AP and DP a lot of things in the game give, and rebalance items. Like, there's no reason that... Because originally the game was plus 15 was the maximum, right? That was the highest you could go. You got your items plus 15, and you were happy with it. And then they released pen and everything became a problem. In fact, that's why getting boss gear to plus 15 is so annoying. Because plus 15 was originally the cap, right? And they didn't want you getting to the cap easily, so they made it difficult. And then it wasn't the cap, but it was still difficult, so... Fuck you, you know? Alright, let's just kill all those. Spam some potions. Where's my quest turn in? Over here somewhere. Is it over there? There it is. And there's still a fat catfishman in the way. Luckily, you can take... Ugh, when you get out of here? Luckily, you can take both the other quests at the same time. Which makes things a bit easier. Here, can I level Divider yet? Can't level it to 5, but 4 should be good enough to actually recover health. Is that a Mayweather is still goodbye? And I should probably get some skill add-ons while I'm thinking about it. The skill add-ons, they help quite a bit. And they're really good if you're focused on PvE, if you just want to just kind of get more health gain, get more life or mana regain. If you want to do more damage, there's a bunch of stuff for that. If you want to focus on PvP, there's a lot of stuff for and stuff like that. I've never really done a video on that, so I really should. Holy shit, fatties. Alright, all of you die. Let's keep spamming these potions. So I like how I think I've only gotten 1 earring so far. Like I got it fairly early on, and now I'm not getting any more earrings. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. There's only been the 1 earring so far. Like, I mean, it's not like it really matters if they drop more earrings. Oh, come on. Alright, come into range. There we go. But it would be nice if they drop more earrings. What level do I get the next? 54 or higher, okay. So yeah, I'm still a few levels away. And I've got 15 minutes left on this buff, so I'll definitely hit 51. Don't think I'll hit 52 here. Oh, I'm getting a bit of FPS drop here. That's interesting. All the water effects catfishmen use can be a little problematic if you have a bad system. For me, I've got the graphics turned up a bit right now compared to what I normally do. And also, I'm recording. Which kind of explains why... So as you can see, Divider does give health back. It's per hit. It's not a huge amount. I really do just need to spend a bit of money on my gear. But it gives enough back that as long as you use it to kill things, you don't need to worry. And we're not going to be here that much longer, so... Plus, we're also earning some decent money from catfishmen. Yeah, so realistically, they need to improve how good items are in this game. Oh, right, this is the worst part. Killing these witnesses. Ugh. Items are in the game that aren't just boss gear and the stuff you use right before boss gear. Like, they need to improve stuff like the lure set, stuff like the oscilla set, marks of shadows. Like, accessories would be such a better system if you just upgraded accessories like you upgrade normal items. Like, if accessories, you didn't need to use a second accessory, you could just upgrade them by enhancing them normally with maybe accessory stones if they wanted to do something stupid. Otherwise, just let us use weapon stones. Give us a use for all those weapon stones. And realistically, it would make the game... it would make it a lot easier for people to pick and choose what gear they want, to use proper accessories earlier on. Like, seriously, the fact that a lot of players use oscilla set until they have like tri-boss gear is insane. Like, the oscilla set's supposed to be a welfare set. It's supposed to be good, but it's not supposed to be something that you use until you have like tri-boss gear. That it just goes to show how bad accessories are for upgrading and getting better ones. But I mean, like, I suppose it makes people spend money on like Artisan's Memories to upgrade their boss gear first, which could explain why they don't want to change that around. Could, you know. Doesn't necessarily explain it, but it could explain it. Alright, so all I've got to do now is finish killing these random catfishmen. Hopefully get some... Die, you stupid otters. For a second I thought that was a chest sitting on the ground. I was like, what? So if you press Z, you can actually absorb your Black Spirit's Rage. Which is actually pretty useful. Because absorbing your Black Spirit's Rage gives you a nice buff for about a minute, which you can then use to kill more monsters and get more Black Spirit's Rage. And for a lot of classes, especially Musa, Pre-Awakening, and Dark Knight, their Black Spirit's Rage sucks. So absorbing it and getting a nice attack speed buff. Now there's the second earring, thank you. Is a pretty good idea. There we go. Alright, you can all die. Taking a decent amount of damage. But that's fine. All I've got to do is kill a few more Whitworths. Not a lot more Whitworths, just a few. There's one over here. They're not even strong. There's not enough of them. That's the real problem. Like seriously, like killing 20 of them should not be this big an ordeal. There's two more over here. There's another two over here. Nice. And there we go. The last one is over here. Alright, and I believe that there might be one more quest after that. I've also hit level 51. So I don't think I'm going to hit level 52 while I'm here. But I'll turn in these two quests. Because I believe the last quest is just kill as many fucking catfishmen as I can. I'm really going to watch my swearing, honestly. Like, I'm kind of worried YouTube isn't going to partner with me. Like, let me do stuff like that. Because I swear too much. And I try my best to... Yeah, the last one is just kill as many catfishmen as possible. I try my best not to swear too much, but I mean, like... It's something I just do. I'm not really conscious of it. I swear like a sailor. I like to say it's because my dad's a sailor, but my dad actually doesn't swear too much. He's very, very good about that. So, yeah, it's just something I picked up. I swear a lot. Yeah, if they would just improve welfare sets, improve normal sets across the board, and make, you know, the AP higher so that people could have like 600 AP. Boss gear people could have like, you know, 700. And a normal person could have like 600 or 620. So having boss gear would give you a decent advantage, but it wouldn't be anywhere near as bad as it is now. Hi. Over here. That's personally what I'd like to see happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Because for some reason Black Desert, despite being such an amazing MMO, it keeps seeming like they want to treat it like a freemium mobile game and take us for all the money they can before we all get scared and go to another game. It's either that or they know we're all trapped because there's literally nothing else we can do. Because there's no other games like Black Desert on the market. Bless, like everyone goes, oh, Bless will do it, right? Bless is coming over from the east soon. Bless has already failed in like multiple regions. It's not even in NA, out in NA yet, and it's already failed in multiple other regions. So like, I'm not holding on to hope for Bless. Ashes of Creations, I'm holding on hope, but I feel it's overhyped. Like, I'm gonna be honest, Ashes of Creations feels like it's overhyped. I'm gonna play it for sure as soon as it releases. Same with the new Dark Age of Camelot when it comes out. But it feels like both of those are overhyped and are going to under-deliver on what they are promising. Dark Age of Camelot, honestly, doesn't feel overhyped. It kind of feels like people are putting all their hopes, though, in the basket for it. And I'm not sure if it's going to be able to meet their expectations. I'm hopeful that it will. Like, it looks good from what we've seen. Ashes of Creation, the combat system, I'll be honest, from what I've seen, I don't actually like it as much as I want to. Like, I feel they could have just gone with a fairly simple action combat system, but they've gone with some sort of, like, hybrid action slash targeting system. So I'm withholding judgment until I get my own hands on it, because there's been a few games that have been like, oh, I don't like the sound of that. That doesn't seem like something I like. And then I played them and I'm like, oh my god, this is exactly what I want. Actually, Dark Knight was like that. When I played Dark Knight, I was like, oh my god, I don't like the sound of Dark Knight. That doesn't sound like my class. And then I played it and I was like, oh my god, this is my class. So who knows, right? But I am withholding judgment until I actually get a hand on the game for how the combat system feels. I'm just trying not to overhype myself, because I really feel like there's no way it's not going to be that it's not going to deliver on all the hype people are giving it. People are expecting it to be the next big Western MMO, the next original Guild Wars, the next World of Warcraft, and I don't feel it can meet those expectations. But yeah, I don't know. Black Desert just kind of has us by the balls right now for people that like the this kind of game, and they're certainly exploiting people like they know it. They're certainly doing that. Let's see, I've actually got 3 weapon stones, but I might want to save those for upgrading a bow. I'll say upgrading my bow, I might just make that my present to myself, buy myself like a plus 15 bow for hitting plus 50. Now that I'm for hitting level 50 rather. Because it's been quite a few days, right? Like, even a new player would have had all these attendance words by now that this character has not received. They could have fished by now, they could have processed. So realistically, I might buy myself a bow as a present for 50. Even if I probably need, whatchamacallit, more armor. Well, good armor. I am going to get the dim magical armor soon, so I mean, I'm not going to worry too much about that. That's 48 DP that I don't have. Well, something like that. Just mowing through Catfishman. I've got 4 minutes left on my buffs. I do have my next day's buffs available to me, but I'm not going to use them now. I'm going to run over to Helms and then pop them. And yeah, we'll just see how that works. So I'm definitely not even going to hit 52. I'm probably not even going to get halfway to 52. But like, the amount of experience I'm getting right now is actually insane for this area. Like, I leveled to 50 on my Striker when I started, and that took forever. I did that at Manshaw's, which has similar experience as Catfishman. That took forever. Right now, they reduced the amount of experience you need for leveling. Since I did that, I'm doing it with, I did it back then with Alvia. Right now I'm doing it with weekend bonus, so that's all the same. There was the Golden Bell for a while there. Like, there's just a ton of different experience buffs I'm getting right now. And it's, yeah, it's pretty insane. Alright, nice group of enemies over here. 100 Catfishmen to go, so I'll probably hit about 45%, I guess. Maybe 40%. Oops. Catfishman is such a crowded place. Like, it's one of the things I actually dislike about it. I like that it's crowded, but I feel it's crowded in the wrong way. I prefer crowded places that have nice, neat groups of crowds. Catfishman is more a place that has a lot of monsters that kind of aggro over to you, which isn't what I want. I want something like Wandering Rogues, where I just go from group to group. and kill them all. I really need to get rid of that. So one of Musa's problems is his damage does drop off pretty quickly. Oh, another golden bell. My god. Why are people activating this at 5 in the morning? Hey. Activate this some other time. Yeah, I don't know. Got it. Now that I'm 50, I've really got to upgrade my armor. Like, that is priority numero uno. Like, if I'm getting hurt this bad at Catfishman, Helms is going to be really bad. And Helms is, I need to farm Helms because Helms is where I go for the Osseous set for 2 out of 4 pieces. So realistically, if I'm getting hurt this bad, I definitely need to upgrade my armor. So the Dim Magical will give me 48 DP, which over my current 6 is, you know, an extra 42, which is pretty huge. Especially seeing as that pretty much quadruples my current DP. But I also need to, you know, get the rest of the stuff. Like, ideally, Catfishman would have dropped a part of the lures set, the gloves, and Manshaw's could have dropped a hat, but neither of them have, which is annoying. And as you can see, I'm actually really need to get the next level divider. Oh, violent one, eh? Or energetic, I suppose they're called for Catfishman. Musa has no other health regen either, which is, you just gotta kind of divide and conquer, really. Luckily, it's got a sort of crowd control effect on it, which makes it pretty easy to do. But the damage isn't anything amazing. It's pretty good at low levels, but anything's good at low levels. Oh, one more Catfishman, eh? We'll go kill that last Catfishman, and then we'll be done. Oh, another violent one, eh? Oh, shoot, that hurt. Oh, I ran out of WP. Escape by pressing the V key. Not on your life. I ain't no coward. Road to 400 ain't no coward. Alrighty. So, yeah, so one of the side effects, honestly, of the announcement that, what is it? Alright, the announcement that Pry and Duo accessories are going to start dropping is the price of accessories is probably going to go down. Because if you can get a Pry or Duo accessory, you're saving about 3 accessories every Pry that drops, and about 7 or 8 every Duo that drops. Which is pretty big. Like, that's a lot of accessories. And people are going to be like Duo Seraps. If you can drop a Duo Seraps or Duo Ogre, they're not endgame, but they're pretty close to endgame accessories that people are going to want to buy. And we'll be able to. I don't feel Duo Ogre is going to drop in price. I don't feel Duo Tungrad is going to drop in price because I'm not even sure Duo Tungrad drops. But stuff such as the Basilisk Belt, the Seraps Necklace, Marks of Shadows, Witch's Earrings, stuff that drops fairly regularly, as long as Pry and Duo have decent drop rates, will be a lot easier to get now. So that's pretty nice. Alright, I'm on my fucking donkey. Let's go back to Keplin. The only nice thing about donkeys is they've got a decent amount of stamina. It's the only good thing about them. That and donkey races. Those are the only redeeming features donkeys have. Yeah, like you can see, farming catfishing was pretty good because I got a pair of Treant Whisper's earring. I got an Echo ring, which helps with my blue coral ring. So I've almost at 100 AP. As soon as I get this blade to 15 and get a decent offhand weapon, I will have a decent amount of AP. Like plus 15 blade with a duo AP offhand because I'm going to go for a Whitehorn bow rather than a Blackhorn warrior. Because Musa doesn't need accuracy for PvE, it's just PvP that he needs accuracy for. And those will allow me to probably hit about 120, maybe 130 AP. Hopefully. Hopefully. For sure, yeah, 130 sounds about right. Maybe 120 once they're both plus 15, and then 130 once they both hit around duo. Once they hit around try, they'd be 140, which it's a little way off. And as you can see, doing those catfishing quests got me 600,000 gold, or silver rather. 6 gold, 1 G gold bars, which isn't huge, but it's enough to make a difference. I also got a ton of these, which, well, I'm at Lake Kai, actually. Let's turn these in, because there's no reason to save these. Lake Kai, exchange 100. I could go to the Western Guard camp to do it, but I'm just going to go to Lake Kaya. So, NPC location. Is it all this guy? And we always do it for silver. And then who is it that I turned these into? Oh, Caltheon City? I don't care. I'll do the Western Guard camp for those. Suppose I was going to do that. I would have just done them both at Lake Kaya, or at Western Guard camp, but whatever. Seriously, donkey turning radius sucks. But yeah, there we go. So another 630,000 silver from doing those catfishman scales. I'll get a decent amount from these Manshaw things. Let's see, Western Guard camp is 30 for 23,000. That's 30. I've got 16 turn-ins, which is about 400,000, somewhere around there, 380,000. So I made about 1 million silver farming the catfishman and the Manshaws. Not to mention, got the 2 of these. Got the Treant Echo Spirit ring. If I just get one more piece of Treant Echo Spirit gear, I get the weight limit plus 100 LT set effect, which I really do need to get just for my processor, because that would be a pretty huge set effect. But you can buy some items in Caltheon, which also carry the same set effect. So, I mean, they're worse accessories, but you don't use these accessories for the AP, unless you're really low level like this character. Apart from that, I won't earn too much more money from the rest of this stuff. Really just gotta turn it all in or sell them to vendors, which I'll probably do for most of them, and make some money. And oh yeah, I got a Zareth, which is these used to sell for decent money, and now they sell for nothing. I can sell my bears back to the marketplace, sell this to the marketplace along with the rest of the crystals. And yeah, realistically, like, from now on out, this series is going to get a lot more boring. Like, up till now, I've been able to kind of explain my choices fairly easily. But after this, the choices are going to last hours instead of, like, 30 minutes per choice. It's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to farm helms for the next 2 or 3 hours. More than that, maybe more like 5 or 6 hours. So I can hit 56 and get a 4-piece Oscil set. Then I need to go to the Abandoned Iron Mine to farm for the Oscil necklace. Then I need to go... I'm not going to bother farming for an Oscil belt. I'm just going to go with a Schultz belt or maybe a Pry Tree Spirit belt. We'll see. Musa, I probably want to try Pry Tree Spirit belt, so that's probably the case. Oh, I hate this pop-up. God, it's the worst pop-up. Let's see, I'm in Caltheon right now. Is there anything I need to get in Caltheon? Don't think there is, honestly. Tin ore. No, there's nothing really I need in Caltheon. Why am I going to Caltheon? Oh, it's the turn-in, isn't it? Oh, God. To Kepler. Oops. Well, Caltheon to Kepler's not a huge detour, honestly. It would have been a similar detour no matter where. In fact, yeah, I'd have had to go around the mountain range anyways, so... Not a huge problem, just kind of annoying. Calpheon's a beautiful city. I really wish there was more reason to go to it, because none of the other main cities are really as nice as Calpheon. Heidel is a lot smaller, even though it's pretty nice. Like Heidel, you can see the just kind of drag your mouse around like that. Calpheon, it's more like, woo, big. Calpheon feels like the Stormwind of Black Desert. It's just no one needs to go to Calpheon anymore because Calpheon is an outdated leveling zone. Personally, what I'd like for them to do, I say that a lot personally, but personally, like what I'd like for them to do is revamp leveling. Have leveling be, you go through Balanos and Serendia, you go through Calpheon, go through Medea, and once you finish Black Spirit Quest over in Medea, Calpheon transforms, kind of like the Cataclysm in World of Warcraft, and the leveling in Calpheon becomes much higher, like level 60 monsters. And that way, endgame, you'd have everyone at Calpheon and Camasilve, which is just south of Calpheon. And Medea and Valencia could be left to mid-game players, like they currently are. And then low-level players would also be in Calpheon, but they'd be like an instance version. But Black doesn't like instancing. So the other thing they could do is just revamp it so that all your low-level leveling is done in the north of Calpheon, as well as Balanos and Serendia like it currently is. Then go over to Medea for around level 50, revamp the Catfishman quest so it's in Medea. And then, yeah, just continue on from there. Like, it would be much more effective, I feel, if it was like that. But what do I know, right? Like, I'm just some schmuck who does YouTube videos. Yeah. Here we go, donkey riding. I'd play donkey riding again, but I mean, I don't really want to piss too many people off, even if Great Big Sea is amazing. You know? I saw them in concert once. It was great. They were a pretty good band to see in concert, I must admit. That was quite a few years ago, though. I was 15 when that happened. No, I would have been 16. So that was almost a decade ago. Wow, jeez. Time flies. Was Black Desert even out back then? I don't think it was. When I was 16, that was 2011? 2010, 2011? 2011, 2012? 2011, yeah. So, wow. Can't believe 2011 was 7 years ago. That's something. Yeah, I don't think Black Desert was out in 2011. Because Black Desert, I want to say the hype for Black Desert started in 2014. Was around when Black Desert was released. So yeah. Yeah, the boring part of this series is going to start soon. This one I'm probably going to start skipping on these, the kind of let's play part, because leveling to 56 is pretty easy. Level 56 won't take a while. Getting to like 58 could take a while, and getting to full duo tri green gear, which is about 400 gear score, is going to take longer than that. So realistically, yeah, that could take a while. All right, go over here, warehouse. I've got a few gold bars. Let's actually, let's go to the trader first. Did I have the hiccups again? Is it something in the Kepler air, I wonder? The Kepler derriere? Why are there people outside? What? Why are people inside Kepler? Oh, they're fishing. Okay. What? I don't know if people fish at Kepler. Stable keeper, trade manager. Okay. Let's give in all this stuff. I don't care about linking it. Then we'll go over here to sell some stuff to the general goods vendor, Kant. Hope they don't philosophize to us. I'm not going to the Eastern Gateway, so we'll just turn all this stuff in. This stuff can all be sold on the marketplace. And hopefully, yep, that puts us 758. So we'll do some currency exchanging to turn it in for another 1,000,000 gold bar. So let's see how much money we have right now. So we do currency exchange. We'll do 3 of them, and then we'll buy 1,000,000. And I need to take all this stuff out so I can go sell it over in that place. Heidel? Yeah, Heidel. So I've got a decent amount of money's worth of stuff on me right now. I've got a few Blackstones. Got an awful horse, or donkey. It's a donkey. You can see its stamina is still huge. I think its stamina is still huge probably just because I'm leveling it. I feel it's probably leveling up fairly often. Because every time you level up your horse, it regains full health and stamina. Yeah, it's level 8 right now. So you can see its stamina actually goes down at a fairly decent rate. It's just I keep leveling it. So, lucky donkey, you know? Lucky donkey. And it doesn't have any skills because it's a donkey. Stupid donkeys. I could buy a better horse, honestly, but I'm kind of being lazy right now. Once I get to Heidel, I might get like a T3 horse for like 50,000 silver. But until I get there, there's just really no reason to worry about getting a horse. Don't have any trade goods on me, so I don't think I'm going to be attacked. And I just need to get myself a white horn bow, a plus 15 rosary blade. Keep the belt and the necklace for now. Go farm the Oslo set soon. And upgrade these armor pieces, because these armor pieces really need upgrading, and I've only got 3 armor stones. How much money do I have with me? 2.5 million silver, 2.55. And then whatever all this stuff sells for on the marketplace, as well as all this stuff. That'll get me a few armor stones and stuff. See, if I was getting the attendance rewards, like on this character, I'd already have a ton of armor stones. Like, we're talking 20 armor stones and 20 weapon stones. And tomorrow I'll get a hard and a sharp. And in a few days I'll get a backpack, which is worth 5 million silver. Like, yeah, we're talking good stuff here. But, now that I'm 50, I guess I'll start using my AFK income and funds. Like, I'll claim my guild pay, I'll claim various AFK stuff. And that'll start upgrading my gear a lot faster. Like, it'll take a week to get AFK on a new character. I'd say you can make probably about 8 to 10 million a day, just AFK. So in a week, you'll make about 60 million silver, which is a lot of silver for a new player. So really, take advantage of that. Do the fishing, It's really beautiful out here. Do the fishing, do all that other cool stuff. Like, let's just do this. Do all that cool stuff that you can do AFK. Do processing. Do anything you can do AFK. Just do it. Honestly, as a new player, as you're doing the Black Spirit quest, just do fishing as your AFK moneymaker. Buy yourself a Balanos rod, get it to +2, and then use that to fish overnight. You'll fill your 50 or 60 inventory slots really easily. You'll come back in the morning to a few 100,000, maybe a few million if you're lucky and got some ancient silver crystals. Or ancient relic shards, rather. Ancient crystal relic shard, ancient relic crystal shard, something like that. You'll get a few of those. Those are worth like 800,000 each. Sell them on the marketplace. Like, you'll get a bunch of money just doing fishing. If you want to spend any money on the game, though, just buy a processing outfit, buy maximum weight on whoever you want to be your main, and use them to AFK process overnight, and you'll earn some pretty mad money. Even if you buy all your stuff from the marketplace, you'll still earn the money. Like, I buy most of my iron ore and coal from the marketplace, and I still earn over 10 million silver a day just from the processing. Not to mention my worker empire is always going. I have guild pay and other AFK incomes that I get. I've got payouts because I'm active in Node Wars. Like, there's a lot of stuff, and it all adds up. Like, I probably earn about 30 million silver a day just totally AFK. And all of that really adds up. 30 million silver a day, like, after just a week, that's over 200 million silver. 200 million silver, to get to 400 gear score, you only need about 300 million silver, maybe 350. It is not expensive to get 400 gear score. 450, you need a bit more. You probably need about 600-700. But even so, right, that's just 3 weeks, and that's just the AFK income. You earn about 10 million, with T1 pets, you earn about 10 million silver an hour once you get to a decent grinding spot in Medea. We're talking like rogues. Not like super big like Sausons, we're talking like rogues. So just by having 5 T1 pets and grinding for an hour a day, you'll earn 10 million silver from that. Add in maybe 20 million silver after you've got a processing empire started up, just processing every night, and a decent guild you've joined. You're earning 30 million a day right there. If you can get your worker empire set up after a week or two, and maybe a few other good things. Is that a wild horse? Yeah, it's a wild horse. But it looks like a low tier wild horse, so I'm not going to bother with that. Same with that one. Seriously, half the time I'm like, where's a wild horse? I need to capture a wild horse. And now there's 3 of them just sitting outside Heidel. Speaking of which, outside Heidel, oh baby, look at these cherry blossoms. These are nice cherry blossoms. Yeah, 30 million silver a day. Like, as a new player, that's 3 days to any Tet armor. That's 2 days to a Tri armor. 2 days to a Tri weapon. Like, every day you'll be able to get 2 pieces of plus 15 gear at that. Of course, factoring the grinding, you probably already got plus 15 gear, but, you know. Like, 30 million silver, a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And just most of it AFK. AFK money in Black Desert is one of the main ways you can earn money. Like, I earn the majority of my funds AFK. And that's how Black Desert is. You need to AFK if you want to earn money. Alright, so I finally made it to Heidel. And of course, my first action is going to run it into a jar. But my second action is not to run into a jar. So, you know, we can consider this like 50% successful. So that was more like a pot or a vase. I don't know. Alrighty, let's turn on the UI again. Go over here. So let's list some stuff. So as we can see, so let's receive this to my actual income so we can see just how much we're earning. So 500,000. Register some items. Might as well register them at decent prices. Min for these. I wish it was like just a register all button, but I can see that not working out too well. Oh, it doesn't have full. I've got to repair them. Whoops. Totally forgot that I've probably been grinding for a decent amount. Shop. Oh, no, sorry, shop. Repair equipped. Alrighty. Yeah, Musa blade. Woo! Musa speed. The Musa understands the speed force. It is why they are so effective at late game. Like seriously, once the Musa hits late game, they're super effective. It's getting there that's the problem. Like when people say late game Black Desert, it's not like late game in like World of Warcraft or something where it's something you can reach after you know, a week or so of playing. They mean late. They mean months of playing. They were talking like 260 AP. Now, early, like right now, it might seem like you're going up in AP a lot early on, and you're like, okay, this isn't too hard. I can get a lot of AP easily. No. Once you get around 150, 160, you're going to stall for a while and only go up really slowly. Once you get like 200 or something, you're going to stall for a long while. So a white hornbow. So now that I'm 50, I've been AFK for like, I've been playing this character for about 4 days. So I'm just going to buy myself a hornbow. Let's get a white hornbow. We're not going to buy a duo because that would be absurd. I'd like to buy a pry, honestly, but I'm not sure if I've earned that much money at AFK. Let me think. So 5 days, guild funds of 1 million silver a day, that's 5 million. AFK funds of like 5 million a night, that's 25 million. Yes, I technically could buy like a pry, but it feels kind of disingenuous. So this feels like more like something I could afford on my current dude. Plus, I mean, I've got so many random items. Let's just purchase the +7 white hornbow. Item's been purchased. Woohoo! Yay! So you can see a Tri Ultimate. It's only 150 million silver. And I say only, but it's really only. Like, that's not much money at all. Alright, we finally got a sub-weapon. So let's equip that, because that's a nice 11 AP upgrade. So as you can see, 100 AP. Woohoo! We're really rocking it now, guys. So, I want to say, yeah, I was upgrading my Rosary Blade, wasn't I? Huh, +10 on just a +12 item. That's pretty rare. So what I need to do now is actually buy some Rosary Blades to repair it. So I go to Blade, go to Rosars. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But honestly, I don't really care about spending weapon stones because weapon stones are easy to get. They're super easy. Just like this floating soldier right here. He keeps order because he can fly. So recover max durability. Throw those in, and we'll just do that. Oh, and I guess I should actually repair it too. No point just leaving it unrepaired. We'll sell the old one. Oh, these sell for a decent amount, actually. That's 6-leaf clover. I see no reason to actually keep that when it can give me 100,000 silver. These only sell for 3,000, so I might as well keep those because they're okay. But this, yeah, there's no real reason to keep that. The weight limit plus 50 would be nice, but I mean, it's not so nice that I'm not gonna take that 100,000 silver. I'll keep it till the event ends and then I'll sell it because it'll just stack in my inventory for now. But anyways, so this is gonna be the end of this episode. Accomplished quite a bit, you know, got to level 50, actually got to level 51. And I think that it's time to move on to Medea. So I spent 2 million of the about 15 million that I've got AFK. And by the time I log in next time, it'll be another day, so I'll have claimed another about 5 million for AFK funds. And with that, I will upgrade my armor, because honestly, my armor sucks. So until then, I bid you guys adieu.